Welcome back to the Bloodshot Airbrushing RC tutorial. Today we'll be adding the urethane paints to the Bumble Beast windscreen. We'll be wrapping her up and calling her done.
Alright guys, being as the paints I'm working with are kind of hazardous, they are definitely not something you want to be breathing in. I've got my respirator, I've got my fan, my door's open, I got my gas heater turned off. All precautionary measures that one can take to keep himself safe. So with that being said, I'm going to slap this guy on. I'm going to get to spraying. I'm just going to coat the whole thing with blue until I'm happy with how dark it is. Once I'm happy, I'll stop. I'll rip off the respirator. We'll talk. I've covered the model. I just didn't want to get any permanent overspray on. This stuff's hard to clean off once you get it on. Alright guys, see you in a bit.
Alright guys, so I'm going in and I'm using the 50-50 rule. So wherever my first line of paint was, I'm going to overlap that by 50% and carry on through the piece. And now you'll see I've switched directions, and this just helps to get a nice even coat when you're doing big surfaces. I'll do multiple passes. I've only shown you a couple just to keep this video at a shorter length. But yeah, this is how it's achieved. 50-50. Now that I've got everything coated, I'm going in and I'm working my fade. So I'm going in and I'm blending my blues to the center of the eyes to kind of give me that glow. And then I'll push it out. I'll go heavier to the outside. Again, that's what gives you that glow, is having the darkness to the outside and the lightness to the inside.
Whoo-wee! Smells like blue in here. Oh man. That's some stinky, stinky stuff. Alright, it's cleared out kind of nice. This has turned out beautiful. Oh man, I wish you could see this. Camera never does it justice. Pop on a light for you. Yep. All that's left is a couple areas in the eye. Alright, wow. So that was our original blue up in the corner there. That's how deep we've gotten it. So I don't know if you can tell by the time lapse, but quite a bit of paint was applied. It's just applied thin layers and lots of them. Alright, so as you may be able to see, I've gone in with my water-based paint and I've hit it just in the center here, fading out, just give it a little bit of darkness. I'm now going to go in with my automotive paint and add some blue in the same area and have some blue fading in. I'll peel what I got left for the eyeballs and continue a blue fade to the center. And that's going to be about it for the inside.
And here I'm adding some blue to the center where the slits are, kind of give it that mechanical look. I'm going to peel the last bit of the masking tape here for the eyes. And I'm just going to go in with my urethane blue and I'm going to fade it to the center. Honestly, you're probably not even going to see much paint, but it's there. It's just super light layers, especially when you're working into the center of your fade. You do not want to overdo this. So take your time. So I'm going to peel back this area. I'm going to go to the front of the glass. What I'm going to do here is some windshields out there that have that tint where they kind of have a fade of a color coming down. So I got this really trick color. I'm going to mask off just about a half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch on all four windows. And I'm going to hit that with my orange coming down. It's a water-based paint. This is what we're working with here. It's called, well, Sparklescent Mango. Tasty. Yum, yum, yum. Alright. Gonna get her done. Throw you on time lapse. You can see how it's done. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Again, doing my water base first. Once I'm done with my water base, I'll go in with my yellow urethanes. Call this baby done.
Alright, I'm not going to get too much detailed into the masking here, and you follow along with the video, you'll see why. But we'll get back at her. I'll explain all my little tips and tricks, and hopefully help you out.
Oh man, getting so close. This camera does not do this color justice. I wish you could see it in person. But there she is. Alright, my last step. And I mask that off, spray yellow. Alright, not much to say here, but just to reiterate, 50-50, nice light layers, and build it up slowly. I know time-lapse may be a little deceiving, but this took me a couple minutes. I wasn't rushing it. Even to go back and check your piece, make sure that your color's bang on. Now you're ready to roll. Roll out, as it were.
Well, there you have it. That's our lesson for today. I'd say all that's left to do is test fit it, see what it looks like in the cab. I know this is one of my favorite parts. I hope you guys are looking forward to this too. Ever so carefully. Don't want to scratch our brand new paint job.
You know, 20 some odd years in, and I ain't perfect. I make mistakes. God damn it, that looks like Disney Cars, doesn't it? That's all I'm seeing is like a big goofy Disney Cars. So, what do? I can't give Aaron a Bumblebee Disney Lightning McQueen. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pop that window out. I'm going to sand with 600 the paint that I put on the outside. The nice thing is I'm only taking the paint off the outside. I'm going to get rid of this yellow. I have I have the blue super light underneath there anyways, which was kind of a backup plan. To be quite honest, I knew this was going to be a possibility. It's not until looking at it all assembled that, yeah, we did it. It happens. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to sand that down, take the paint off. As I'm sanding this off, this is going to come off as well, so I'll have to respray my orange fade on my tinted glass. But I think after we do that, all will be well. All will be well. Man. Oh well. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We'll nail it.
Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm actually using just the top of the window as my guideline, and just double checking with my ruler. I placed it in the truck this time to double check. I actually thought it was a little short on the last one, so I extended it down about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm just making sure. You can do this 2 ways. You can always do your ruler in first, and using water soluble pencil, you can mark out your lines. So with my masking paper, especially little areas like this, I actually lay my paper down on my bench, throw the masking tape on the edge of it, and then bring it up to the piece, covering any holes from the outside because your overspray will travel. And applying paint. I don't know if there's a proper song for this, but even if there is, I ain't gonna sing it. Alright, pretty straightforward. Light layers. I don't know why I'm still talking here. Enjoy.
Yup. I dig it. I dig it. What do you guys think? Looks so much better. Let's do the test fit. Once again, super careful, try not to scratch your freshly painted piece. Yeah. So much better. So much better. And because I kept that piece light. There we go. Now she's transforming. That makes me happy. That is something I can give to my customer. Well, there you have her, guys. I think it looks killer. Well, I hope you've had fun. I hope you've enjoyed the ride. It's been a journey. I hope you've learned something today, most importantly. There's so many different facets to airbrushing. It's hard to get it all in one session. I have intentions of doing many videos, so I hope you guys stay tuned. I hope you follow along with this journey. Who knows where it's going to take me. I have hopes and dreams of an army of airbrush wielding warriors. That's you guys, every last one of you. There's so much to learn, there's so much to teach. Big shout out to Aaron, the DJ medic himself of RC Sparks. I wouldn't be here today without him. His tips and his guidance have brought me here today. This is my first video, guys, so when I say give me your tips, give me your suggestions, man, it might have nothing to do with airbrushing. You might just say, Ryan, you say too much. Yeah, I know, it's my filler word, right? Right? So it could be editing. This is my first editing process. I've probably made some mistakes. I'm probably not so smooth, but I'm doing my best. So tips, suggestions, everything helps, man. I may be very skilled at the airbrushing, but there's other things in life where I know I'm a novice, man. So if you can help me out, please do so. So follow along, guys. This is Ryan, aka Bloodshot Airbrushing. See you next time.
And what a ride it was. All right, guys, comments, questions, feedback. The more I know about you guys, the better these videos will be. As always, guys, stay tuned for more.